Alright everybody, good evening. Couldn't get my video done this morning. I worked at 7 and it was too dark out still. So here we are. Gonna make our way around here. My Aximium pods getting pretty big, no ripening yet. Peruvian purple. A nice smattering of pods. And this plant is catching up to the other one. Zaveries are getting eaten by something, as you can see there. And here seems to be the only one that's really gotten that. Chenzos are much improved on their foliage. They're starting to bud up again. And there's some ripe pods down in there and some black ones. Anaheim got a lot of pods on it now, and here's the granddaddy pod getting big. And red Aribibi Gusanos potting up pretty nicely. Lots of pods on this one. And upside down view of the yellow bullets. Lots of pods. None ripe yet, but I had one yesterday that was pretty damn hot, and it's about that full size is about what they are on the plant right now. And the Aribibi Gusano regular, the caterpillars. It slowed down once it got damaged when I put the tarp over it a few weeks ago, but pods are sticking around and they're slowly maturing. Cantina yellow, one flower bud, but it's bushing out now that I planted it up. NagaBonls, that's what I'm talking about. There's 7 pods coming out of this one node here. It's crazy. There's another view of all the pods there. And here's that unknown. Upside down view time again. Look at all those. I wish I could get all my plants to produce this many pods. Damn. And my CGN 215 got a lot more pods coming through. So they're all playing catch up now. This yellow orange bird pepper still not really anything happening with flowering, but it's a colossus to be sure for how thin it is. Tobago seasonings, here's this one's doing really well. Now peach butt, this one's really in the last week especially. Look at all these now. Let's get an underside view here. Some big boys. This is the biggest one, and then here's this one. It's a little bit different shaped, but it's big. They got the super hot, thin wall. It's definitely got the butt shape though. What do you guys think? Bumpy, soft. I mean, it's firm, but you know what I mean. White butts. Not sure what they might be crossed with. This one especially, I think, got crossed with something. Here's another one. Coming through. White Fatales are finally potting up. Slowly, but they're getting there. Yeah, here's the ones. See that down in here? So, I'm happy with that. Biquinhos are a surprise heat this year. Tons of pods. But what I mean is the one I tried was hot. Oh, this one's starting to turn a little bit on this one side here. See, I don't know if you can see that blush, but another upside down view. And here's my nursery habanero. Really podding up. Another angle here. Look at all those too. Every which way you turn it, there they all are. And my Jamaican hot chocolate. It's the same thing again. It's just these leaves get this weird shape, and it just bushes out and doesn't do anything. So I might put the kibosh on that. Pimenta Denades. Finally, another pod's going on this other plant, and here's the main, I should say the first big pod. Oh, and here's another one. Cool. But there's the one. Bird's eyes, or whatever they might be. Heavy pottage going on between both plants. Corycidicames plumping up. Still, as far as I can tell, no sign of ripening on any of these, but it's got a lot of pods. And my red pimientos also fluffing out with a lot of pods. And the ones that are already established are getting big fast. Such as these big boys, looking really nice. Look at those. My son yesterday found his way into the garden and peeled the top off of one of them. I tell you, these ricotos get it's hard to get them podding. You need a delicate phosphorus balance, I guess. I'm gonna have to amend the soil for this particular one. That's really nice though, this pod. So, moving along, the TCO 7246. They're all starting to turn color, getting the black, and then they'll turn to red after that. And here's my chicoens. There's one pod out of many. There's another one here. They don't get very big, maybe marble sized or pea sized. Here's another one. So yeah, they're getting along. Lemon drops still no sign of, as far as I can tell, of any ripening pods. But they're all doing well. Same thing with the teal. Lots of them are turning black, but no sign of ripening yet. I think they're all going to just go poof all at once. Monkey face. Excuse the noise. My neighbor has a friend over on a motorcycle, so there's one of many. There's a lot of them underneath here. There's a few. There's more. There's the big boy. And a whole bunch more under there. Elephant's trunks. Quite heavy pottage on that small plant. Cheyennes are getting big. This one about the size of one of the elephant's trunks. But look at all those on that. That's a heavy producer. And here's my orange sweet pepper. Throwing out a bunch of pods here. There's a few more. Hungarian blacks are getting big fast. They look kind of similar to the Chenzos. Not the same growth habit though, and the flowers are definitely different color. But starting to produce, so thumbs up on that. There's a few more. Purple UFOs, still no sign of ripening, but they're looking nice. They're still producing. Slowed down a bit. You know, they got over a dozen pods each on them, so for how small the plant is, good to go. And purple cayennes all starting to turn purple, as you can see here. Moving along to the other purple cayenne, which is now dwarfing its brother here, or sister. It's starting to flower up a lot. A few smaller pods, but it's definitely a lot more of a foliage producer so far. Congo orange. Let me show you. This is the first pod I was in the video last week. But look at these. There's definitely some crosses happening. This one's a little rounder. And where's the one I was... Oh, here we go. Looks like a regular red hab or something along those lines. And the same thing with this one. But generally speaking, here's another small one. And a few more small. I'm guessing that's the regular shape of them, because that seems to be the predominant form to them, is that pointed bumpy shape, but there are a few other anomalies on the plant, so I guess we'll find out. And here we got the possible chocolate butt jalokia. I don't know, but it's got flowers, so hopefully I'll be able to get some pods on it. Moving along here to the Apache, which again is another one that's got a lot of small pods on it. They're not huge. I don't expect Apaches to get very big. Still nothing ripe yet though. And Manzano finally recovering well from the trauma of being infected. Well, maybe this flower will stay, maybe it won't, but in any case, I'm hoping for the best. So, moving along here, got the Biquinho. Oh, look at this Bishop's Crown pod here. These are so cool looking. One of my favorites for shape, and I cannot wait to try them. And here's the big one here. And another getting big. And there's some smaller ones, and there's some flowers here and there too. It's finally starting to pod up nicely. I'm really pleasantly surprised with how quickly this thing caught up in size with its brothers and sisters. Start podding up. Cito. It's losing some flower buds, but it's got tons of them. And here's the small pods. There's a whole bunch of them cropped up all at once. They don't get much bigger than this. I think they get about size of those super chilies that I grew last year. You know, about 1.5 inches long maybe. A pencil or a little bit thicker width. And Roland, if you made it this far in the video, the Amazon is improving. New foliage is looking really healthy. I'm slowly phasing out the old leaves, but I didn't want to pluck too many off all at once. And finally in line for here, I got my red 7 pot. There's a few small pods on this. Pretty nasty looking. And I mean nasty in a good way. Super hots are supposed to look nasty. Let you know not to mess around with them. There's a few small other ones. It's really podded up fast. Just all at once it started producing pods. There's these 2 here. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, well, I'll see you at the other locations shortly. Alright, we may be racing the clock here. There appears to be a storm a-brewing. It was raining all day while I was at work, and fortunately it's cleared up now. But we'll do a quick little jaunt through. There's the Ricotta. Still small. I'm not counting on any pods, but just see how it does. If I am in the soil, better next year out this way, and maybe I can get more. But there's the nursery habanero podding up. There's a, looks like a cross with the Cantina yellow maybe, or it could be a natural pod variant of the habanero. I don't know. There's another one, and here's the big boy. So yeah, Apache, tiny little thing, but it's thrown out good pods. Red pepper still in the null set, even for any buds. Cantina yellow. Oh, something bit it. Well, we got another one waiting in the wings, so I'll pluck this one off. I don't know if you can see that. Puncture wounds. Or maybe they're claws. I don't know. But T.O. holding steady. They're not really getting any bigger. Actually, they look a little rounder than at the one at the house. So yeah, there we go. Alright, I'll be at my mom's shortly. See ya! Okay, final location. Everything's appearing to be improving from last week. Taking a panoramic here. I haven't previewed anything, so I guess you'll walk through with me. Oh yeah, some NagaBonls. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them over there too. peach butt. You're gonna have to bear with my dog here. He's Maruga. Not really anything going on with that yet, but take a look at the bishop's crown here. Losing some leaves. And some buds. Ah, there's some pod there. CGN 21500. Still nothing going on here. Red 7. Or no, this is white butt. Oh, there's another one down in there too. Haha. Cool. Didn't even realize there were two on this one. Excellent. Jamaican is looking a little sad. Not really anything happening on this one either. This is a red 7 pot. And not really much happening with this one either. Looks like that's a Portugal. Seems to be ripening just fine. These are all my mom and stepdad's plants. Okay, let's mosey along now. I believe this is a yellow bullet, but there's not really any pods on it. Tiny things, but nah, nothing happening really. Cantina yellow, not much happening there. Looks like there might be a protopod forming, but this plant isn't doing all that well either. Lemon drop is freaking huge, but again, there's not really many pods on it anymore. There's one right here, and a couple here and there down in, but not much. Perhaps there should be some amending of the soil to put a little bit more phosphorus and potassium in it. Monkey face, not really podding up either. Here's the one that just is dying, so. Biquinho's got a few pods, but not much. Here's the Aribibi Gusano. Got a few on it. Again, not a huge amount. Cito. A little bit going on, but not much. Tio. Not really doing much either. None of the pods are turning color yet, even. Oh, and here's the Tasmanian red. Looking pretty sickly. And finally, let's take a look at the Cheyenne. I don't think anything's ripening yet. Looks like there's 7 or so pods on it, or 8. But still no ripening. Okay, well, that's it for this week. See you next week.